have with us executive from Silver Bullion, Mr. Gregor Gregersen. What are the unique features that Silver Bullion offers to the market and to its consumers?
With Silver Bullion, we focus primarily on long-term storage of bullion, especially intergenerational, 20, 30 years and so on. So our clients are worried about what is called systemic risks. Systemic risk means US dollar currency devaluation, inflation, financial bankruptcies and so on. There are four things that we do which are somewhat unique to us, especially in the combination. The first thing is that everything we store is on a fully allocated basis with the client owning the bullion under Singapore jurisdiction. We sell it through an invoice, so it's his private property. Secondly, we have very good insurance, which covers mysterious disappearance, which usually is not covered in the industry. Thirdly, all of the metal is being tested in-house using non-destructive testing methods, and we guarantee it. So if there's any issue with that gold or silver, we'll basically replace it. And then lastly, we are a Singapore local company, which means we only have jurisdictional exposure to Singapore. And a lot of our clients will be worried that with geopolitical tensions rising, there might be some possibility of nationalization in some countries. And so we want to make sure that we only have to follow Singapore laws and are not exposed to many different laws.
The website mentions a few innovative technologies like the bullion storage and the secure platform. Could you just explain how these technologies work and what is the science behind it?
For us, it has been very important from the beginning to track bars individually across time. So that's a little bit more difficult than it sounds at first, but we have a very robust system to do that. And over time, it allowed us to implement some advanced features, such as peer-to-peer collateralization. In other words, one client can lend money to another client using the gold as collateral. We've had about $550 million worth of loans through that system, an average rate of around 4%. Interest rates are set between the clients. So we have these sort of capabilities which are quite unique in the industry. On top of that, some of our latest tracking systems are real-time. They're tamper-evident using blockchain tracking, and they're free of middlemen with data going directly from the world operator to the system. So it essentially creates a lot of transparency, and in turn that builds trust. And that's what tends to appeal to our clients, which are looking for the long-term storage essentially.
Your company Silver Bullion offers a lot of range of options, and it is fully segregated storage, and it is a fractional ownership. Could you just explain these type of options and what are the advantages that the company has from these options?
When we say ownership, we mean that the bullion is not on our balance sheet. We essentially buy bullion. We have it in inventory as company asset. When a client comes and buys it, we sell it to the client. The client then owns that individual bar, in case of star storage parcels, or recently we introduced the gram system, whereby a client owns a portion of a bar, and essentially that allows for more fungibility. It allows the client to buy $10, $50 worth of gold. He can buy $200 a month, essentially like a savings plan, and yet he still has advantages of ownership, because we guarantee we always have an equal or great amount of gold or silver which is available to back the claims, and it's not used for any other purpose. And we have various systems to essentially ensure that, improve that. That system is essentially allowing clients who want to buy small amounts, as well as clients who want to buy large amounts, but simply, who might say, I want to buy exactly $1 million worth of gold, for example, they're now able to do this. We are having gold in the system. Silver will be added soon. Platinum will be added. Nickel will be coming as kilos. And in the future, we might be looking at metals like indium or germanium, which are high-value industrial metals, which normally are difficult to be able to invest in. We're essentially looking at expanding that to these other metals.
So you are looking to expand more in the industrial sector?
Yes, because we are now developing a 180,000 square foot vault with a 15,000 ton capacity, which essentially allows us to store metals at a very low price, per unit price, and very high capacities. So it allows us to go into the high value industrial metals as well. And it allows clients to participate in the EV, electric revolution, opportunities that come with solar panels, that come with electric vehicles and so on.
What are the new plans and initiatives for further its offerings and to increase its presence in the market?
So our biggest project is the Reserve. The Reserve is our new vault coming up. It will be the highest capacity vault in Singapore. It might be in the world, or it will definitely be one of the highest capacity ones. At 15,000 tons of silver storage capacity, we can store all of COMEX and Shanghai Gold Exchange Reserve in one location. And we have 15 different class 2 vaults, which are able to store up to 500 tons of gold. So that capacity essentially will allow us to take the software and the system we developed and really scale them up. And we are looking to work with institutional clients, with family offices, with wealth managers. So whereas traditionally we've been working with high net worth individuals, we are now trying to expand into this new area for us.
What do you feel about the APPMC?
I think the APPMC has become a very important date for us. There are people from all over the world coming. I think Asia in particular will play a more and more important role in the future. I believe that Singapore, being a neutral country in a world where you have a more and more bipolar and geopolitical tensions, I think the idea of storing metals in Singapore makes a lot of sense. Right now, as we speak, we have the military heads of China and the US and many other countries meeting here in Singapore. So, I think Singapore is a good place for storage of gold and silver. And I think the APPMC, being based in Singapore, is taking full advantage of that. So I think there's going to be a very big, bright future, for APPMC and gold and silver in Asia in general.
Thank you so much, sir.